So while we're here and we got it all off, I'm going to show you real quick how to change your lug nut bolts. Sometimes they get stripped or broken or what have you, but if you can get the lug nut off, you can get the tire off. You got to take the rotor off, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. But at that point, what you can do is you can get a nut that'll fit your lug nut. I would not advise using your own lug nuts because you're gonna just ding the shit out of them. They're gonna look horrible. But if you get a nut that you can thread on there, leave it sticking up. Don't thread it all the way down. Leave it sticking up a little bit, but thread it on just a little bit. Then you can take a hammer and you can hit it until it pops out. I already loosened it, that's why I hit it there. If you just take a hammer and you straight start pounding on this, you're gonna mushroom the end of it. You'll never get your lug nut back on it. You'll never get a bolt back on it, and you may not get it out of that hole. So what you gotta do is you come here, there's a little slot right there, and you just turn your hub until you're lined up with it, and it comes right out like magic. You get the new one, stick it right back in that hole. You can push it in there a little bit with your finger. But what I like to do is get a stack of washers, put your stack of washers on there, put that bolt back on there and tighten it. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull your post back out so it seats properly in there. It seats all the way down like those are right there. Now you can do this if you're going to do like spacers or an offset or something like that, and you have to change your lug nuts. That's how you get them, or your lug posts, studs. That's how you get them in and out like that. Rear works pretty much the same way. You're gonna have to take off the rotor. All that stuff has to come off, and it's basically the same thing. You just pound it out. It works back into inside. You see it works back into the parking brake. There's a little slot in there. You can take it out and pull the old one out, put the new one back in. But same thing, stack of washers on there, put your lug nut on there, or just a bolt that you found that'll fit, and tighten it down until you feel it pull all the way in. Also, what'll happen is when you put your tire on and you start tightening down your lug nuts, leave the car up in the air so there's no pressure on the tire, no weight on the tire, but go ahead and tighten it down, chalk the tire however you got to keep it stop it from spinning, but tighten, and you'll feel it'll keep pulling this bolt back out until it seats properly. That's if you don't get it seated with the washers and a nut to begin with. But that's basically it for taking wheel studs out of your hub.